Okay, hi everyone, welcome back. First of all, do you like my cat nails? Look how cute they are. I got the stickers from TikTok shop. I got served an ad for the stickers, and I was like, immediately, I am the target audience for this. And yeah, they're so cutie. But yeah, I've been really uninspired to film. Um, but I thought today I have some free time. I have this box, just a simple clear box of unfinished crafts or things that I need to fix or to mend. And I thought we could address some of those today together. Maybe the more simple ones, because like I said, I'm feeling quite tired and uninspired. Also, I feel like maybe doing something crafty will make me feel better. So yeah, let's see. I think the first thing that I have in mind is actually these two toys, cat toys that need to be mended, and I feel like it's going to be like a really easy stitching job. I feel like this one also needs to go into the washing machine because it's dirty. But let's fix it first. Um, so let's start with these two toys and fixing them, and then I also have this little pouch that I've knitted, and she's really cute, but she is missing a button. And I have the button for it. I just need to like sew it in. So that's what we're going to do. I'm still deciding. Because I'm having a hard time sewing the button and just like keeping it hidden, um, like the thread. So let's see. But that's another possible project. Then I have like a bunch of sculptures. What is this one? I think this one is finished actually. I feel like this one is finished. I did it in 2021. It was like one of my first clay projects. I'm trying to remember why I put it here. Does it need to be like sealed maybe or something? She's looking quite dirty, so maybe I'll just like clean her and I'll put like another layer of sealant and maybe that will help. So that is potentially project number 3. And then I have these two ones where I think I've said this before, but basically I put this on top of the plates when they were still not fully dry. So now there's like bits of clay that I just cannot peel off on this plate. So my solution for this is just to just paint over it, and then just put some resin over it. So I'm going to see if I still have, because this was nail polish, so I'm going to see if I still have this nail polish, but if I do not have this nail polish, I might have to repaint the whole thing. So hopefully this one, I know I still have this nail polish, so probably might be like an easier fix. So there we go. This one I think I need, this is a little magnet that I got from Morocco, but the tip of the shoe is broken. And I thought I can just paint it yellow and you will never know. So I don't have yellow paint. So this one, I can try and like use a marker and see if that helps. But if it doesn't, well, I then just get the paint and paint over it. It's no big deal. So I feel like that one I can do it today. And then this one I need to buy a magnet and super glue a magnet to it, but it's basically this like little like beer mug that I got from Prague, and it's also like a bottle opener, but I don't have the tools for it. I have this thing that I've knitted, but I don't know what to do with it. So I think we're just going to leave this to the side for now. I have these shells that I know I want to do something with it. It's like a little clay project. And then where you press you make like a little plate out of clay and then you press the shells onto the clay to give it, the texture of a shell. And then I want to turn these shells into little magnets, but that's something that I am not going to do today. I have these bigger shells as well for it. So yeah, they're very cute. I have this My Melody figure that I tried to clean her and she lost some paint. So I'm going to try if I see if I can find a good color match and paint it with a marker. But if not, I'll have to get some paint. So yeah, I have this little, I don't know if I can show this, but it's like a little penis sculpture that I did. I find it quite entertaining, but I don't know what to do with it. I think I should make it a magnet. I think I should make it a magnet and gift it to one of my friends. I think that could be really funny. Um, so yeah, so that's a project for another day. And then I have this, which I actually have big plans for this. This is just a pearl necklace that I never use. So I'm going to add some additional charms to it and try to sell it on Vinted. Um, so yeah, so I'm not going to address it right now, but I will address it eventually. I'm actually quite excited for that. And then I have this. This is just some fake ivy. This is not for a project. I just want to figure out where in my house I want to put this, and I think I want to put this around the window in my bedroom. So I might do that, but I'll see. I'll leave this for last because it's the only thing that requires me to get up from this chair right now. So yeah, so let's get started with the crafts with the cat toys. Okay, so now that the two stuffy toys are done, I'm not amazing at like sewing. This one looks quite ugly. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This one is slightly better, although I thought it was going to be harder. But it turned out slightly better. I think it was because I was stitching like closer to the edge, whilst here I think I just pulled too much fabric. But this one was also like, I don't know. I don't know how else I would fix it because the hole was quite big. But anyways, these two are done. So since I have my needle with me still, I'm just going to sew. I have the button. Where is it? I'm just going to sew this little button that I have. I'm going to sew it onto the little, what's the name? Little purse? Not purse, not wallet. In Portugal, we call these a bolsa, so I'm just going to call it a bolsinha. We're just going to sew the little button into it. So let's do it. Okay, so you would think this is a fairly like straightforward process, but I struggled. But it's done. Wait, let me close it for you. A little, see? Now it has a little button and can fully close. It's the perfect size for like a Kindle or like a Kobo, by the way. So yeah, there it is. So that's another craft, successful craft, to go on the pile of successful crafts. And I think that's all like the sewing that I'm going to do today. Let me look around. Yeah, so that's all the sewing that I'm going to do today, and then I can move to the other crafts. Oh, so look how cute are these tiny scissors. I know they're just like normal like sewing scissors, sewing scissors. Anyways, and then they have this little pocket. How cutie. So yeah, that's my cute sewing kit that has a thread coming out of it. Why? It's a bit flimsy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Wait, let me just tidy it up. Yeah, but it's perfect. That's everything that you need, to be honest, for like basic, you know, stitching. So let me just get rid of these threads, and then I think what I actually want to do is start with these two, because I need to see if markers will work or if you need something else. But also I feel like she needs a extra like protective layer of like sealant, just so the paint doesn't peel off ever again. But yeah. Okay, so I think of all the colors that I have, this is the best match for the yellow. So let's give it a try. Okay, to be honest, I don't think it's that bad. Especially considering that it's handmade and it has like already like patches where there's more paint than others. So I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like this. And then if I do get acrylic paint in the future, I will add it, but I wouldn't get like yellow acrylic paint on purpose just to fix this. So yeah, there we go. Let's move to my melody, and I think I've been looking at my colors and I think this deep red is the best match. So let's see if this actually like fixes anything. Yeah, I have like red nail polish, but it's not going to be a perfect match, and then it's just going to be too much. It's looking better though. Let me try if I do like multiple layers, it will work. Because so actually, I mean, it's not the same coverage, but it's like some coverage if you think about how it was looking before. An alternative could be like covering her in like glittery polish, like clear glittery polish, and it would protect the paint and also just like hide the unevenness because of like the reflections that the glitter like creates. But this is a huge surface, so there will be a lot of polish potentially. So I think I'm going to put her to the side, because I think I'm going to get some paint for her. Yeah, I think I'm going to get some paint for her so she doesn't look cheap, you know what I mean? But yeah, but once she's fully painted, I will put some sealant. But yeah, back to the box you go. But yeah, and now the next craft that I have is this one, which is just like literally like cleaning her with a little wipe and then put another layer of sealant on her. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I feel like the background today is really boring, but yeah, I just finished sealing my little jewelry tray. It's so cute. And yeah, now I'm just going to wait for her to dry and maybe do the bottom, but to be honest, the top was like the most, I would say is the priority because that's where you have like more like weird corners and crevices, and it's the one that is like um, facing upwards. Anyways, so it gathers more dust. So yeah, I was so glad that like no paint came out. I don't know, maybe I've sealed this. Um, I'm just not sure, but yeah, no paint came off, so I was really happy about that. So while, you know, this is drying, we're going to move to these ones that I know for a fact that I have sealed. Yeah, little strawberry one. So I'm going to start with this one because I have the polish to match, and then we're going to think about what we're going to do with this one. But yeah, let's do that. Okay, I have my polishes here. Let me just have a sip of my coffee. I have my polishes here, and the one that I used for this one was just literally endless layers of this. Like just pretty black, glittery. Oh, polish, fuck. My workspace is really messy right now. So yeah, so let's start with that one, because it requires the least amount of troubleshooting, hopefully. Oh shit, it's not opening, sir. Me saying, oh yeah, let's start with this one, is the easiest one. What alternatives do I have if this isn't open? Fuck's sake, give me a second. I'm getting my toolbox to open a nail polish. I think this has to be like peak womanhood. Why is it not opening? I'm just like, okay, never mind. I'm just like damaging the, but to be honest, if this isn't open, I don't know what's the point. Okay, I cannot open this. I think maybe it's like fully dry or something. It has some liquid. Oh, it's very liquidy. What is going on with this? Okay, this is clearly not good anymore. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, which is like the closest thing, and I'm going to see if it looks horrible. And then if it does look horrible, I will just paint the whole thing this color, basically. Okay, it looks bad. Okay, yeah, it's not looking great, so we're going to paint the whole base this color. Okay, it looks like shit. But if you think about it, this is just going to be like this. So you will rarely see the bottom. So it's fine. It's fine. Oh my god, it looks worse on camera. I promise. It doesn't look like that bad in real life, or maybe I'm delusional. But yeah. Let's move on to this one because this one I don't have the nail polish anymore. And I actually my next best thing is this. So it's looking like I'll have to repaint this whole thing this color, which I'm not looking forward. But yeah, let's do that. Okay, Malta, it's been a hot second because I fucked up, but it's okay. Yeah, so I painted the center of my little like clay plate silver. I quite like it. It lost a bit of like the funny like texture that it had, but it still looks quite cool silver. And then I thought, oh, like it's just too much silver at the top, so I'm just going to put some purple because I had this like dark purple nail polish. It's not the exact same tone, but like I was like, oh, like I can make it messy and it will like not blend, but like look cool. And it didn't. So I put an obnoxious amount of this like broken glass effect polish to just kind of give it like an interesting texture and hide my mess. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I'm going to be so honest. This is also still drying, so apologies if I'm not like displaying it in the best way possible. But you know, we can always paint over it. We can always paint over it. Everything will be fine. I think I might want the whole thing silver. You know, I think I might want the whole thing silver with some gems. I think that could be cool. Like bedazzle it with some like gems. So yeah, that is an option. But yeah, so still not done. This one is done. It's looking really cute and shiny and clean. So I just need to figure out where I'm going to display it, but that's another successful little craft. And then the last thing that we were meant to do, which we did, and it's done. It's the one with the cursed nail polish, if you remember. um I didn't like the silver, so I put a different one that looked kind of like this, because I thought, it also kind of has like a halo effect. It looked horrible, as you can imagine. So I was like, let's just give it a try. And then I just put this green one. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I really don't. Um, but hey, it's okay. It's better than having two missing chunks of paint. And like I said, you can always paint over it. So these two, I fear, they're going back into the box of crafts until I decide what I want to do with it. Um, but yeah, let's now hang the ivy, fake ivy, in my bedroom while these two things are drying. But yeah, let's do that. I think this is an amazing angle, but yeah, for the ivy, I think I want to put it along this. What are you seeing? Oh my god, what a fucked up angle. I want to put it along the window. And I have these like two pieces. I'm just going to use tape because I think this is honestly the best way to get it on the wall. And this tape is like, it's not super strong, so I don't think it'll peel off paint when I need to take it down. But yeah, let's experiment and see what looks best. But I think over there is a good option. It needs to be tall so my cat doesn't get to it. Okay, let me inspect. Okay, that looks so cool. No, let me see how I'm going to do that side because I kind of wanted to continue. With it, like overall the vibe is really cool. Ta-da! Okay, I am feeling so tempted to just like cut the excess of this one just so they're even, because I don't feel like taking the whole thing out and make them perfectly even, but at the same time I don't know if that's a good idea. Let me know, because maybe the unevenness is like, it's cool. I move them around a little bit in the middle so it doesn't look so funny, and then try to make the distance of like the starting point at each of the corners be kind of the same. But yeah, and that's it. Honestly, I do have like a few more crafts like planned, but I'm not going to do any of them today. I actually don't know, like maybe next week. I wanted to repaint one of my bookshelves, so I think that's the most like immediate like crafty thing that I'll do. But yeah, but for now, this will be it because I've been really tired and sick and uninspired, and yeah, I am feeling a bit better, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Kisses from Cass. Hey, baby. Hi.